Today is June 28th. Welcome on in to Daily Cards Live, driven by Munganast St. Louis Acura and brought to you by Royal Banks of Missouri. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey. Rammer, the Cardinals win last night in another close game, a fun game to watch, especially when everything went kind of according to plan in those late innings. You got a really good start. Your top hitters hit. There was excitement on the base paths. I mean, it was a fun game to watch that almost made you forget the team's 13 games under 500.
Yeah, and despite the unearned run in the first, which even at that moment when they only scored one, go okay, get through that. From that point on, it was a pretty good baseball game, and the Cardinals did way more, right than they did wrong. And you're right, the bullpen came through again. Has Jordan Hicks chosen the proper fork in the road? Has he made the turn, or are we still kind of in a turn lane to wait and see which way we go? But for 8 or 10 days, he's been really, really good, and it's exciting to see.
I want to talk to you about this because I planned on bringing it up with you, and I just happened to bring it up with Claibs earlier when we were doing our show this afternoon. Is Jordan, when Ryan Helsley returns, is Jordan Hicks the team's closer?
If the trends continue, he has to be. But if this is just a blip where they kind of got in the groove and now you've kind of bounced back out of the groove, like a archaic reference here for younger viewers, like an old album, and the needle skips over a couple of grooves. If he's back out of the groove, well, then everything's up for grabs again. But if the trend continues, there's no chance someone in their right mind would go back to Helsley. No chance.
As Claibs and I were talking about it, he also said Jordan Hicks is the closer, and I said, you know what did it for me? It wasn't last night's game. It wasn't what happened in London against the Cubs. It was when he closed that third game in a row. When he came in and closed that third game in a row, that is your closer. That is a guy that can go out there for an entire series and help you get a sweep down the stretch run. Ryan Helsley has been given opportunity after opportunity, and he's shown he can't go back-to-back days. You find him a different role in the bullpen. You can't be a closer if you can't go out there and close every game.
Yeah, he becomes a middle guy. He becomes a power arm in a middle inning situation.
He comes in and, seventh inning, bases loaded, cleanup hitter up. You bring him in there to get a strikeout.
Yeah,
that's the guy for that. So
no question about it. Now the next question will be, though, on a bad outing, hopefully it's rare for Jordan, can Blake, Ollie, Kisner, Contreras, can they say, hey, your slider is going Frisbee on you again because you're doing X? Can they make a quick adjustment, or does everybody just look around and go, well, hopefully he'll get out of it? So, because it's inevitable. No pitcher is perfect every game. It's just not. But this trend is more than good. It's remarkable, and I'm really pulling for the guy.
As of right now, nothing that I have seen that would say anything about the game being delayed, postponed, anything of the sorts due to the air quality right now in the St. Louis area.
Get out of here.
It's something. Hey,
okay, I'm going to start calling you Greenzo.
I'm just pointing out something that is of concern that people might wonder about before they make their way down to the ball game, which, by the way, we have tickets to give away for tonight's ball game in Claibs' seats. If you're watching this right now, if you want to win them, head over to my Twitter page. We're giving them away right now, and we'll announce the winner before 5:00 this today. Yeah.
And that's worth breathing Canadian smoke, if you know what I'm saying.
The seats are under an awning. I don't know if the air quality makes it that way. I don't
Stop with the air quality. Stop
it. Hey, here are
in the 1930s, Joe. In the middle of the day, you couldn't see across the street from the coal smoke, and you know what they did? They played baseball.
Hey, today's bootlegging lineups brought to you by Bootlegging Bob's, the dive bar down in Tower Grove, the old Colorado Bob's. Now bootlegging has their name all over it. Different food trucks each and every night. Thursday nights, tomorrow night, Central State Sandwiches will be out there slinging up subs all night long out at Bootlegging Bob's, the in Tower Grove, the one of our sponsors here on Daily Cards Live. The Astros, yeah.
Before you give that lineup, you're taking me there when I get back from vacation.
All right.
We talked about it. It's happening.
Yes. All right. Hey, Astros, they throw Christian Javier, who was part of that World Series no-hitter last year. He started that game for the Astros. They lead off with Jose Altuve at second base, Alex Bregman at third, Kyle Tucker in right, Jose Abreu at first, Yanier Diaz is DHing, Jeremy Pena at short, Bly Madras is in left, Jake Myers in center, and Martin Maldonado is behind the plate. For the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan back in the leadoff role. He's playing left field tonight. Paul Goldschmidt at first. Lars Nootbaar is in center. Nolan Arenado at third. Wilson Contreras behind the plate. Nolan Gorman back in the lineup at second base. Alec Burleson, he's still on the team. Who knew? He's DHing tonight for the Cardinals. Dylan Carlson, he's in right. And Tommy Edman, if you've been following along as to where everybody's playing tonight, he's at shortstop for the Cardinals this evening. It's been a while since Tommy Edman's been at shortstop for the Redbirds, as it looked like he had found a new home in center field. Rammer, your thoughts on the lineup?
Well, in a short sample size, but it's fun to go off on ridiculous little things. That's what you and I both love. It appears that Ollie now is going to platoon Burleson and DeYoung. Because of the versatility, you're allowed to do those kind of wacky things.
Sorry, I lost you there for a second with the
Ollie's able to platoon Burleson and DeYoung. Okay with me. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, but I don't see this as a platoon of Burleson and DeYoung. I see this as why is Jordan Walker getting the day off today?
Because he's too good.
Jordan Walker just had days off on Thursday and Friday. Jordan Walker just had a day off on Monday. Jordan Walker's 21 years old and has a 16-game hitting streak. Why is he getting the day off today?
You forgot that he's the only 300 hitter in your lineup.
Okay, why is he getting the day off today?
I'm going to answer your question with another question. Why did Gorman have a day off yesterday?
He's struggling and they're facing a lefty. I completely understand that one. I get that. How's he going to learn
how to hit lefties? I don't get it. I know the reasoning. I understand the reasoning. I disagree with the reasoning. And I think that's what you're saying about Jordan Walker. It's a tough right-hander. The spin rate splits on his BABIP don't factor into our equation tonight. It's a bunch of baloney. You got to play the kids.
I did not think there would be a point this year that I would be upset about Paul DeYoung not being in the Cardinals starting lineup. After the home run he hit last night and then the near grand slam he hit last night, and the way he's been hitting as of late, it seems that he is seeing the ball again and he's been red hot. Keep playing him and keep increasing that trade value.
Agreed. 100% agreement. Here's what's really funny, what we're learning about the Cardinals in the lineups. I'm not putting it all on Ollie because I don't know who makes the lineups or what information is giving to the person actually writing it down. But here's what we're seeing. Despite reverse splits from opposition pitchers, we're going with a straight lefty-righty platoon, which is absolute old school going back 100 years, which I can tell by the look on your face, you and I both disagree with.
I don't. It's not that I disagree with the left-right splits. I don't disagree with that. I have no problem when they're facing a lefty to move Lars Nootbaar down. My two complaints with the lineup tonight have to do with resting guys that are both hitting the ball well after you've just had 3 days off over the last, 5-6 days.
You got to play everybody equal. This is CYC rules. Here's the thing, though, what you're saying about Gorman and the lefty on lefty, but Framber had reverse splits. Lefties hit him better. That's what I'm saying. Well, for all this genius analytics that the Cardinals have reinvented the game, they're using the same old stuff they used in the 50s. Lefties versus righties. We don't need to go any further than that. It doesn't make sense.
It'll be Cardinals and Astros tonight. Another 6:45 start time Thursday night. Also a night game. So there'll be that before they welcome the Yankees into town coming up this weekend. Follow our social media accounts to see if we have any tickets to give away for any of those games this weekend. Because after this week, what is it? After the weekend series against the Yankees, they are not back home until what? Almost the end of July, it seems, with the All-Star break, with being on the road. And then, they're not back in town again until July 14th after this
Friday
Sunday.
after the All-Star break.
Yeah, so a long time to go without Cardinal home games. Not a whole lot of Cardinal home games this month span with the trip to London and the East Coast trip and everything else. So better if you're looking at heading out down to a Cardinal game, Cardinals.com, or go to check out the socials and see what we have to give away.
Go see him before Mo blows up the whole team.
That's not happening.
I know it's not. That's why I said it.
That's not happening. Hey, we are brought to you each and every day by Royal Banks of Missouri and Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhart Alton Toyota. More than just a car dealership, they also have the service centers out there. A few weeks ago, my AC went out in my car, took it over there to Jamie in Alton, over to Munganess Burkhart Alton Toyota. Got it fixed up because, well, when it's in the 90s, you need to have that AC. You can't have the windows rolled down either, with the air quality being as bad as it is, Rammer. You got to have those windows rolled up and the AC going at all times. They got me in and out quick over there at Munganess Burkhart Alton Toyota. He is Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. Back tomorrow to talk about a Cardinals sweep of the Astros right here on Daily Cards Live each and every day right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.